Hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot people. That is the first sentence every time I do a tarot reading, and I do them every day, 365. No holidays, no nothing. You are the most important to me. Yes, we got to deal with the analytics. Yes, we have to deal with the crazy bullshit that you got to deal with the internet. So like, subscribe, and share. They remind me this all the time, every day. Steve, say more. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. If you are so inclined, I would appreciate it. It helps with the analytics, and it helps keep me on the air doing this stuff with you every day because I take it seriously. And the reason I take it seriously is because we live in serious times. Right now, there is so much up for grabs that it's almost unimaginable. To a large segment of people, it is unimaginable. Coming to the realization that most of everything you have been told has been brainwashing to manipulate you, to lie to you, to control you. Almost everything. To come to that realization for some people is unthinkable. I began that trip myself back a long time ago, back with the assassination of JFK. I'm 74 years old, so I've been around for a day or two. But then, after the assassination of JFK and then his brother and Martin Luther King Jr., and you began to kind of go, what the hell is going on? And then you begin to see little bits and pieces of things. Even then, I was not aware of all the stuff by any stretch of the imagination. But I was beginning to put the parts and pieces of this jigsaw puzzle called life together. And by the time we got to 9/11, I went, whoop, that's it. In fact, actually, my hackles went up when President Bush said the new order, or something to that effect. This is the new order, this is the new deal. Just the way the words came out of his mouth scared me. So the idea then, with 9/11, it began to dovetail. And then you see after 9/11, everything that they told us about the reasons for 9/11 turned out to be bullshit. You could see just looking at the evidence of the buildings crumbling, it was demolition. It was not destruction from an airplane. In fact, since that time, we have had several skyscrapers around the world hit by airlines or airplanes, and they were never taken down anywhere near that much at all. Because the buildings are designed to take that kind of stuff on. But to see what happened, and then all the stuff immediately thereafter, and I'm not going to get into that discussion, but that's when I really began to go, whoa. Now, for a lot of people, it didn't hit them until recently. Even 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when this whole fiasco started, they were blind. But slowly but surely, parts and pieces are coming together. You're beginning to see a pattern here. And that's significant. That's why this is so serious. That's why I treat you with ultimate respect and integrity. I value what I can do to help you deal with the world. And that's why we talk about manifesting. Manifesting is the most powerful tool human beings still possess. Robots are breathing down our necks. I was raised in Detroit. I saw what happened when they began to automate cars. 2 million people lost jobs within a period of a year or two. They just dumped them, got rid of them, and the plan is to get rid of all jobs by 2050, maybe sooner. It's all going to go to robots. I don't care if you're a doctor or a lawyer, in the Indian chief. Doesn't make any difference. You're not going to have any work. If the puppet masters get their way, we are all going to be living on the reservation, which is the equivalent of a concentration camp. They're not going to call it that. They're going to call it 15-minute cities, but they'll control everything that you do. So we are moving, and the only thing that can help us manifest something better is our ability to manifest, is our ability to make pictures in our head, something robots cannot do yet. And because they can't, that gives us the single advantage over robots. So I want you to take it seriously. That's why this is a serious. I'm not going to be talking about lollipops and rainbows and unicorns. I don't do that crap. I don't do it. I don't care. I don't care what my neighbors are doing across the street. I don't care what the weather is across the street. I don't care about any of that stuff. I only care about you and I and manifesting and our future. Period. Now, a couple of days ago, I mentioned that tarot is the science of potential. In other words, you got to get involved. You got to do something. You can't just say, "Oh, well, there's the energy. I feel it," and oh, that's nice, because you're missing an opportunity. Most people in the readings, and I don't care if it's an astrology reading, numerology, which I've done for 50 years, or tarot, which I've done for 20. Any reading that you're going to be a part of, if you got 10 people in a room, 9 are not going to really kind of connect with it. They'll appreciate some of the information, they will enjoy the reading, so on and so forth, but it won't resonate. They won't be in frequency with the message. 1 person out of 10 will. That's normal. Okay? So I want to work as diligently and in a focused a way as I can. You only get 5 cards. I focus on the manifesting, the message. I mean, in some ways, it's easier with numerology and astrology because they're the science of cycles. And so if you know the cycle, you just figure out where you are in that cycle and you can kind of tell. Full moon, new moon, we having eclipses, not having eclipses. Planets changing signs. We got 5 of the big planets changing signs in the next year. That automatically tells you, whew. And if you look in the sky right now, I think for another week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, if you get a clear sky, you can actually see about 5 or 6 of the planets lining up right across the sky. It's beautiful stuff, and it's important information. It's important energy. That does not happen often. But to give you an idea, I did this with Uranus entering Gemini. We got Pluto entering Aquarius, and our birthday, our country's birthday, is July 4th, 2026. 250 years, July 4th, 2026. So I decided, just for the fun of it, since I did the Uranus and Gemini, let's take a look at what happens when Pluto enters Aquarius, as it will, coming up at the second half of this year and into 2026. Same exact astrological configuration, Pluto and Aquarius. 1526. What happens? Henry VIII, King of England, leaves the Catholic Church. Big deal. Says, up yours. I'm going to start my own church. That was huge. Also in 1526, families were brought from Spain with the intent of forming a colony and laying claim to North America. They were in Florida. So now the Western world, European world, invades America. We know how that turned out. And in 1526, the most significant historical event was the founding of the Mughal Empire in India. They stayed in power till almost the 1900s. But it was this date, 500 years ago roughly, when the Mughal Empire took over that whole area, what is now commonly the Ottoman Empire, India, that kind of stuff. Those are 3 heavy-duty events happening when Pluto entered Aquarius. King Henry VIII saying, hell with you, Rome, I am not being a part of your game anymore. Spanish deciding that they were going to conquer America. And then, of course, we had the Mughal Empire forming. Profound in terms of that area of the world. So you wonder what kind of energy is coming up? That's what's coming up. So let's get into the meat of it right now. Middle card is the Oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. Number up in the right-hand corner is 31. 3 is alignment of the mind, body, spirit. Alignment of the mind, body, spirit. All those energies lining up together, creating kind of a laser beam. 1 is beginning. And the 3 and 1 together equal a 4, stability. You are looking for a new kind of stability. And with the 3 things that I took from history as Pluto was entering Aquarius, as it's getting ready to do now, they were pretty profound things. Henry VIII taking on Rome, Spain wanting to conquer America, and the Mughals taking over India and Ottoman Empire, and that was huge. That's what's in the progress right now. And the card has one question: why? That's the most dangerous question you can ask. Why? People don't want you to know why. You want to get in trouble? Just ask why. You'll see. But you understand the energy of the time that we're in, so you understand why asking why is threatening to the power structure. Here's the meme for today. There's witchcraft everywhere and a trick in everything they do, but their slaves are too dumbed down to see it or understand it. So don't ask why. Don't ask why. You just play the game the way they tell you. You dance to their tune. You say what they want you to say. You think what they want you to think. You do what they want you to do. Let's go all the way to the left. 7 of Cups. Cups are things that we're emotionally connected with. It can be good or bad. It can be a person or not a person. Maybe a memory, some place, something from your childhood. Just that feeling. 7 of Cups said, you got too much to feel. You're lost. And if that's one of the things I think that really earmarks America at this time is we have too many damn choices. And I don't want us to live in kind of a monastic kind of a civilization. But my God, I mean, I saw it with my wife all the time. She'd be looking for a pair of shoes, a blouse, or something. We'd go to the store, and she'd see the blouse or shoes or whatever the hell she was looking for. She'd pick it up, and then she'd notice something else. She went, oh, I want that. And then I want that. And kids are like that. We're being raised. We're materialistic. Things. And yet the funny thing is, those things never bring us happiness. And in fact, whatever you own owns you. You got a car, you got to take care of it. And that's getting more and more expensive every single day. House, same thing. You own it, you got to take care of it. A job, same thing. A relationship, same thing. You get the idea? There are no freebies, folks. But it's chasing all of these things here in the 7 of Cups that's confusing. Next, the card over is the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are things that we value. What is our value system? And the Knight of Pentacles, you see this guy looking at this. It's a pentacle, but it kind of looks like a globe. He's staring into it. What he's doing is he's trying to find a sense of value that works. Chasing things is not working, doesn't make me happy. If I get the thing that I think I want, then I notice something else and I'm not happy with the thing I want, so then I'm going to go chase this thing, and when I get that thing, I'm not going to be happy with it, so I'm going to go away. You get the idea? So this materialism stuff that we're drowned in is a lie. And for you or anybody to ask, why are we doing this, is a sin. And I put that word in quotes. The capitalist, fascist, Nazis. You don't ask that. The puppet masters don't want you to ask. You just, in fact, John D. Rockefeller, the man who in large part kind of pushed this thing really heavily back around 1900, he said, I want a nation of doers, people who work, not thinkers. And that's what he has. You notice the kids graduating from college, they're stupid. They don't know anything. College has totally failed. I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. That's what he's getting. Next card is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This lady is kind of like a mini Queen of Pentacles. She knows her worth. She knows her value. She's in the process of establishing a good, solid set of values. So she has stability. She has security because she's self-reliant. She trusts herself. She believes in herself. She doesn't get all wrapped up with all this 7 of Cups stuff. She sees clearly like the Knight of Pentacles. She sees where she wants to go, what she wants to feel, what she wants to be. And to get there, she knows that the 3 of Cups is what's important. Again, lining up the mind, body, spirit. Taking those energies, those individual frequencies. That's really the human trinity. Mind, body, spirit. And very, very often they are not operating together at all. And of course, that's exactly what's wanted, because if you're out of sync with yourself and you're out of sync with everything, they got you. So the trick is to line up the energy within you, mind, body, spirit. Ask the question why. I know it's the worst question. I know it's the scariest question. I know it's the most dangerous question. But it's to the power structure. Keep asking. Remember, July 4th, 2026 is America's 250th birthday. Let's celebrate it like they did in 1776. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading between now and the next time you and I do this together, and I hope it's soon. Peace and blessings.